Hi everyone. So today we are going to read about one important chapter of grade 11th, which is chapter number 3, and it has relevance to some old customs and old kings and people who really were like they died suspiciously, and the death of such people and kings were not known. So let us start. The name of this chapter is King Tut. If you know, we are going to talk about this king. He was an Egyptian ruler. So how he died and what studies have been done. And you know that in Egypt they have a concept of burying the body and calling it as a mummy. So after many years, the mummy of this King Tut was found and it was investigated. There were several investigations done. So we'll see what happened. I mean, the death of this king was not known. It was an unknown thing. So we'll see what happens at the end of the chapter and how much we information we'll be able to get about King Tut from here. He was just a teenager when he died. So it is said that here he is King Tut. Okay, so he was just a teenager. He had not probably been an adult also when he died. The last heir. Here is your king. Okay, of a powerful family that had ruled Egypt and its empire for centuries. So what they're trying to say is that he was not the only emperor or king. His procedures, successors are not known here, but all those who have preceded him, they had also ruled the family. So he came from a very powerful family of Egypt. All of them were the emperors and king. And in Egypt, you also call it the pharaoh, right? So pharaohs are known as the king of Egypt. So even he was the last person, as we can say. Before him, there were many people from the same family who were king, and they had ruled for many centuries. So his family was ruling Egypt for centuries. He was laid to rest. Laid to rest means he was put in the, like, he died. Laid to rest is died, and he was put in the coffin, laden with gold, and eventually forgotten. So when he died, he was buried with a lot of gold. People knew that King Tut has died, but then eventually, finally, everybody forgot him. Since the discovery of his tomb in 1922, so there was somebody who discovered his tomb. Okay. So of course he was buried in a tomb itself, right? There was a structure in which they keep the body of the mummy. So somebody discovered his tomb in 1922. The modern world has speculated about what happened to him, with murder being the most extreme possibility. So now, because he died an unexpected death, nobody knew how he died. So now, the modern world, the people from the modern world, the archaeologists from the modern world, they wanted to know what was the reason of his death. They were. Now, you may ask that why is it necessary to even find out? So, see, everybody has their own interest. As a painter, you would want to learn different forms of art. As a dancer, you would want to learn different types of dancing. And when you talk about archaeologists and other, their work is to find out the history, right? What things happened prior, and they want to know how many what ruler died and when they died and etc. The information about certain rulers. So the modern world people, they wanted to know the reason behind Tut's death, and they speculated. Speculated means they assumed, and they were like probably convinced that he was murdered. Now, what was the reason of the murder is still unknown. Now, leaving his tomb for the first time in almost 80 years. That means after 80 years of his death, his tomb was again found. That has undergone a CT scan. And the full form of CT is computer topography. So now this mummy, the body of Tut, has undergone through a CT scan that offers new clues about his life and death. So some things have been discovered. Clues here means some uh, examples, you can say, some references have been done, and provide precise data for an accurate forensic reconstruction of the boyish pharaoh. Now, forensic reconstruction means, again, when something is made again, made to life. Okay, it doesn't mean that he is being live, and forensic means scientific. So now they have got some scientific data which can help us understand what went wrong. Okay, what happened with King Tut? An angry wind stirred up ghostly dust devil as King Tut was taken from his resting place in the ancient Egyptian cemetery known as the Valley of the King. Now, what was the resting place? The resting place was a cemetery. Cemetery is where the dead bodies are buried. And why the cemetery was known as Valley of King? Because in this cemetery, only dead bodies of the king was buried. Not every person, not every normal person can just go and get themselves buried. Only the body of the king was buried. So when they were taking out King Tut from the cemetery and from his tomb, there was angry wind. Angry wind means there were signs from the environment that something is not being done good. Dark belly clouds had scudded. Scudded means moved across the desert sky all day and now were veiling the star. Veiling means hiding. Okay, in cascade gray. That means there were dark gray color clouds which were hiding the stars. Okay, it was 6 p.m. on 5 January 2005. So you can understand when his body was taken out. It was 5th January 2005 and the time was 6 p.m. The world's most famous mummy glided head first into a CT scanner brought here to probe the lingering medical mysteries of this little understood young ruler who died more than 3,300 years ago. Okay, so glided means cut. So the very first part that was brought into the CT scanner was the head of King Tut. So the king of head Tut was cut and then it was put under the CT scan. And why? Because they wanted to probe. Probe here means they wanted to investigate. And what they want to investigate? The lingering medical mysteries. Lingering means pending. There were so many pending mysteries of this life because they wanted to investigate. So they started cutting the organs, like the body parts, and then they put into the CT scan. Why? Because they wanted to probe, they wanted to investigate the reason for the pending mystery of this ruler who has died 3,300 years ago. All afternoon, the usual line of tourists from around the world has descended. Descended means come down to. Okay, so in the afternoon, when everybody got to know that King's Tut tomb has been reopened and they are going to find out about the mystery, so there were a lot of people who came to visit him into the crammed rock cut tomb. Rock cut tomb means his tomb was made by a rock, by cutting a rock, and it was 26 feet underground. Okay, so it was underground, it was 26 feet. So people had come to pay their respect to the king. They gazed here means stared at the murals on the walls of the burial chamber. See, mural here means painting, and burial chamber means the small room where the body was kept. So, in that room where it was not exactly a room; it was a space, a small space where the tomb was kept, 26 feet down. So there were some paintings made on the wall. All right, and they were just checking the paintings. They wanted to see what was drawn on the painting, right? And peered at Tut's glided face. And they were just checking. Peered means they were continuously looking at the Tut's cut face. The most striking feature and of his mummy-shaped outer coffin lid. And Tut was also covered with a lot of gold. So his face almost looked like a yellow thing. So every visitor from the outside coffin lid, they were only watching the coffin and they could see Tut's golden face and the cut face. Some visitors read from guidebooks. Now, guidebooks are the books that provide you information about the particular area in a whisper. So they were whispering, they were speaking it very slowly. And why they were reading the guidebooks? Because they wanted to know more about Egypt. They wanted to know about who was King Tut. They wanted to know how did he die. So they had some, books, guidebooks which can help them to gather more information about this king. Others stood silently, perhaps pondering. Pondering means thinking. Tut's untimely death in his late teens, or wondering with a shiver if the Pharaoh's curse, death, or misfortune falling upon those who disturbed him was really true. Some of the people who were standing there, they were trying to read the guidebooks. Some of them were actually, thinking and they were just discussing amongst themselves what could be the reason for King Tut's death. And there were some people who were actually scared or they were shivering. Why? Because they had heard from somewhere that anybody who disturbs the pharaoh, they are being cursed. Now, indirectly, they are disturbing the pharaoh only because they are taking the tomb out. People are coming here and disturbing his peace. So they were scared. The mummy is in very bad condition because of what Carter did in 1920, said Zahi Hawass. So Zahi Hawass was basically, he was the highest officer who used to preserve the old monuments or old things. If you read antiquities, antiquity means something which is very old and has been preserved. So Zahi Abbas was the owner. He was the preserver. You can say he was the one person who was responsible to take care of all the old dead bodies or old monuments or old things which are basically historical, and they have been preserved. So he was responsible to take care. When he came and he saw the body of the king, he was very quick to say that this condition of Tut has happened because of one person who was Carter. Now, Carter has already done this same thing before. He had come to the tomb, he had taken the Tut body and tried to investigate. So इससे पहले भी एक पर्सन ने आके ऑलरेडी इन्वेस्टिगेट करने की कोशिश करी है, और जब उन्होंने इन्वेस्टिगेट करने की कोशिश करी तो ऑफकोर्स उन्होंने बॉडी निकाली, और जब बॉडी निकाली तो उस बॉडी को बहुत गलत तरीके से निकाला गया. इसलिए उस बॉडी की ये कंडीशन हुई है, जो कि यहाँ पे पहली लाइन में लिखा हुआ है, द मम्मी इज इन अ वेरी बैड कंडीशन. As he leaned over the body for a long first look, Carter Howard Carter. So the full name is Howard Carter. That is was the British archaeologist. British archaeologist means an archaeologist who used to live in Britain, who in 1922 discovered. Now he was the person who discovered King Tut's after a year of futile searching. Futile means unsuccessful. Like he searched for many years, he did not find anything, but finally he found the Tut. Its contents, though hastily ransacked in antiquity, was surprisingly complete. Now, though hastily ransacked means when the discovery was done, his body were broken into many pieces and individual parts were taken for the scanning or investigation. But none of the parts was stolen. They were complete. All the parts were complete. They were kept in the tomb itself. They remain the richest royal collection ever found and have become part of the pharaoh's legend. And those body part only and everything that is a part of the tomb. It was not only the body that was kept in the tomb. Along with the tomb, there were many other things, and compiled all the things, they were considered as a royal collection. Now, suppose if you go to Jaipur or any other places where you have heard that kings used to live, they have their fort, and in their fort you will always find museum where you will find collection of the things that king used to use. So similarly here, these things related to Tut, his body, his anything that was kept in the Tut tomb was considered as a very royal collection. Stunning artifacts. Artifacts here means ornaments. Okay. In gold, their eternal brilliance meant to guarantee resurrection, caused a sensation at the time of the discovery, and still get the most attention. So that means there were a lot of things that were made of gold that were put in the tomb of King Tut, and that is what really creates a sensation among the people. But that was also buried with everyday things you would want in the afterlife: board games, a bronze razor, linen undergarments, kisses of food and wine. So there were two reasons. One reason was of keeping the gold jewelry and ornament was that people of Egypt believe that King Tut would be live again. So everything should be with him. When he will be live again, he will wear those ornaments and present himself in front of the world. This was one reason why they kept. Second reason was they felt that people who die, they enter into an afterlife, and in afterlife they want certain things that they want to consume. उनके आफ्टर लाइफ में उनके लिए ये जरूरत पड़ेगा, तो इसलिए उनके टोम में वो चीजों को रखते थे, बिकॉज उनका ऐसा बिलीफ था कि मरने के बाद लोग आफ्टर लाइफ में जाते हैं और ये सारी चीजें वो आफ्टर लाइफ में यूज करेंगे, इसलिए उनकी बेसिक डेली यूज की सारी चीजें उस टोम के अंदर रखी गई थी. After months of carefully recording the pharaoh's funerary treasure, carefully recording means making a document, writing all the documentation. Okay, he we are talking about Carter. So when Carter started the writing all the things of the pharaohs of the King Tut's tomb, he began investigating his three-nested coffin. So you can just understand like this, that it was suppose if this is one coffin, then this was the second coffin, and again if you can say this was the third one. Okay, basically you can understand as जिसे हमने किंग टट को कैसे रखा हुआ था, इसमें थ्री नेस्टेड कॉफिन्स थे. ओके, किंग को कैसे रखा हुआ था, एक पहला फर्स्ट वाला टोम था, उसके अंदर फिर एक था, और यहाँ पे किंग को रखा गया था. तो जब उसने फर्स्ट फर्स्ट नेस्टेड कॉफिन मतलब फर्स्ट कॉफिन को देखा, ओपनिंग द फर्स्ट, he found a shroud here means cloth, adorned means decorated with garlands of willow and olive leaf. Willow and olive एक तरीके के plants होते हैं, ठीक है, trees होते हैं. Wild cereally also, and lotus pellet and cornflowers. Okay, so when he opened the first coffin, he found so many flowers and leaves and petal of different kinds of tree. तो कहीं ना कहीं उसको ये अंदाजा लगा कि डेथ जो हुई है किंग टट की, वो कब हुई है, मार्च या अप्रैल में, क्योंकि जितने फ्लावर्स थे, लोटस पेटल, कॉर्नफ्लावर, ये मार्च और अप्रैल के टाइम पे ही ब्लूम करते हैं. तो ये एक्सपेक्टेड था कि शायद क्योंकि ये फ्लावर्स वहां पे रखे हुए हैं, मे बी किंग टट की जो डेथ हुई थी वो मार्च अप्रैल में हुई थी. ये पहला कंक्लूजन उसने निकाला. वेन ही फाइनली रीच द ममी, और जब थर्ड सेकेंड को क्रॉस करके वो फर्स्ट कॉफिन तक गया, दो ही रैन इनटू ट्रबल मींस ही फेस्ड अ प्रॉब्लम. द रिचुअल रीजंस क्या होते हैं, जो इस रिचुअल में यूज करे हुए रीजन है ना. जैसे एक होता है रीजन जो आप नॉर्मल डे में खाते हो, बट कुछ रिचुअल होता है कि हम कुछ चीजें चढ़ाते हैं किसी को, तो वो वाले रिचुअल्स की बात कर रहे हैं. तो जो रिचुअल रीजंस चढ़ाए गए थे, हैड हार्डन सीमेंटिंग टट, सीमेंटिंग मतलब फिक्स, टू द बॉटम ऑफ हिज सॉलिड गोल्ड कॉफिन. No amount of legitimate force could move them. Carter wrote later what has to be done. So when he reached the base where King Tut was kept, जो रीजन उसके साथ रखे गए थे, उन्होंने उसकी बॉडी को गोल्ड कॉफिन से, कॉफिन गोल्ड का बना हुआ था, उससे रेजन्स ने उसकी बॉडी को बिल्कुल फिक्स कर दिया था। और वो इतनी बुरी तरीके से फिक्स था कि उसको निकालना मुश्किल था, कोई भी फोर्स उसको नहीं निकाल सकती थी। एंड देन ही सजेस्टेड व्हाट शुड बी डन। द सन कैन बीट डाउन लाइक अ हैमर दिस फार साउथ इन इजिप्ट। तो लोगों का कहना था कि इजिप्ट में जो है बहुत ज्यादा धूप होती है, गर्मी होती है। सो इफ यू कीप द बॉडी डायरेक्टली इनटू द सनलाइट, मे बी द रेजन्स विल मेल्ट and the body will come out. And Carter tried to use it to loosen the resin. And Carter did the exact same thing. He put the body of Tut in the sunshine. Several hours. He set the mummy outside in blazing sunshine that heated it to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing budged. He reported with scientific detachment that the consolidated material had to be chiseled away from the beneath the limbs and trunk before it was possible to lift the king's remains. So what happened? The body was exposed to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. इतना हीट उसको दिया गया, लेकिन कुछ भी नहीं हुआ। तो फाइनल क्या हुआ, एक टूल से उसको चिजल करा गया, उसको निकाला गया, उस टूल से उसको उसकी बॉडी के पार्ट्स को तोड़ा गया और फिर निकाला गया, क्योंकि इसके अलावा और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था। In his defense, Carter really had little choice. If he had not cut the mummy free, thieves most certainly would have circumvented the guards. Circumvented का मतलब है avoid कर सकते थे, and ripped it away to remove the gold. In Tut's time, the royals were fabulously wealthy, and they thought or hoped they could take the riches with them. For his journey to the great beyond, King Tut was lavish with glittering goats, precious collar, inlaid necklaces and bracelets, rings, amulets, ceremonial aprons, sandals, sheaths for his fingers and toes, and iconic inner coffin and mask, all of pure gold. Now, what Carter suggested? Carter said कि अब इसका जो किंग टट का जो टोम है, वो हमने खोल दिया है और अब इसकी इन्वेस्टिगेशन होगी। तो अगर उस टोम को हम खुला रखेंगे और इन्वेस्टिगेशन कंटिन्यू रखेंगे, तो हो सकता है कि कोई भी आके यहाँ पे चोर उस गोल्ड को निकाल ले। तो जब एक बार टोम्ब को खोल दिया है, तो किंग टट का वहां से निकलना बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि किंग टट अकेले नहीं थे, उनके साथ बहुत सारी वेल्दी रिमेन्स थी, बहुत सारा गोल्ड और ऑर्नामेंट्स था। तो वहां पे ये प्रॉब्लम थी कार्टर के लिए कि अगर वो उनको वहीं छोड़ देते और नेक्स्ट डे के लिए करते, तो कोई भी आके वो सोना निकाल सकता था। और यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल भी दिया हुआ है कि सिर्फ सोना नहीं था, यू कैन सी glittering goods, amulet. Amulet is like a symbol that prevent the evil from entering. So many things are put with him. So that is why उसकी बॉडी को तोड़ना पड़ा पीसेस में और फिर उसको निकालना पड़ा. To separate Tuts from his adornments, adornment means the things that were fixed. Carton's men removed the mummy's head and severed नियरली एवरी मेजर जॉइंट। तो सारे जॉइंट्स को एक करके तोड़ा गया। कार्टर ने कुछ लोगों को अपॉइंट करा, उन्होंने किंग टट की बॉडी को कुछ कुछ पीसेस में तोड़ा। Once they had finished, they reassembled the remains on a layer of sand in a wooden box with a padding that concealed the damage, and the bed where Tut now rest. अब उन्होंने क्या करा कि उन्होंने टट की बॉडी को तो तोड़ दिया, तभी वो कह रहे हैं कि टट की बॉडी जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा बुरी कंडीशन में थी जब वापस उसको खोला गया। तो उन्होंने क्या करा, टट के सारे जॉइंट्स जो थे, टट के सारे जॉइंट्स को तोड़ा और उसको वापस से जब सारे ज्वेलरी उसकी निकाली, सारा सामान निकाल लिया, फिर वापस से किंग की बॉडी को पीसेस को ऐसे जोड़ के रख दिया और उसके ऊपर एक सैंड की लेयर बना दी, ताकि जो टूटे हुए पार्ट्स है वो विजिबली किसी को ना दिखे। आगे भी अगर कोई चेक करने आए तो उनको ना पता लगे कि भाई किंग की बॉडी जो है कट करी गई है इतनी बुरे तरीके से। Archaeology has changed substantially in the intervening decades, focusing less on treasure and more on the fascinating details of life and intriguing mysteries. अब ये कह रहे हैं आर्कियोलॉजी जो है वो बहुत टाइम से चेंज हुई है। पहले आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट का जो मेन एम होता था वो बस ये देखते थे कि भाई उसके अंदर क्या क्या वैल्यूएबल चीजें है, क्या क्या चीजें हमें मिली हैं। अब वो उन चीजों की बजाय इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग्स पर काम करते हैं, कि जैसे क्या रीजन हो सकता है, क्या बरीड था, क्यों बरीड था, उन मिस्ट्रीज पे। इंट्रिगिंग का मतलब होता है क्यूरोसिटी, क्यूरियस मिस्ट्रीज पे अब उनका ध्यान जाता है। ये चेंज आया है आर्कियोलॉजी में फ्रॉम दैट टाइम। इट ऑल्सो यूजेस मोर सोफिस्टिकेटेड टूल्स इंक्लूडिंग मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी। अब वो इस तरीके से नहीं यूज करते जैसे कार्टर ने चीजें यूज करी थी। अब जो नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई है उसमें वो मेडिकल टेक्नोलॉजी का यूज करते हैं। In 1968, more than 40 years after Carter discovery, an anatomy professor x-rayed the mummy and revealed a startling fact. तो पहले सबसे पहले जो किंग टट के साथ हुआ था, उसकी बॉडी को एक्सरे हुआ था, एक एनाटॉमी। एनाटॉमी मतलब होता है स्टडी ऑफ ह्यूमन बॉडी। तो एक एनाटॉमी का प्रोफेसर था, उसने किंग टट की बॉडी को एक्सरे किया एंड रिवील्ड अ स्टार्टलिंग मीन सरप्राइजिंग फैक्ट। beneath the resin that cakes his chest, his breastbone and front ribs were missing. तो ये दोनों चीजें भी मिसिंग थी, रिब्स उसके मिसिंग थे, वो एक्सरे की रिपोर्ट में आया। टुडे डायग्नोस्टिक इमेजिंग कैन बी डन विद कंप्यूटर टोपोग्राफी और सीटी। अब एक्सरे के बाद जो नई टेक्नोलॉजी आई है वो है सीटी स्कैन, है ना। और उसमें सीटी स्कैन में क्या होता है, आपके सामने पिक्चर आ जाती है, और एक पिक्चर नहीं आती है, मल्टीपल पिक्चर्स आती हैं। by which hundred of X-rays and cross sections are put together like slices of bread to create a three-dimensional virtual body, है ना? तो हर एंगल से क्रॉस सेक्शन तरीके से आपका एक्सरे लिया जाता है और उन इमेजेस को एक साथ रख के एक 3D इमेज बनाई जाती है और फिर आप अपने सीटी स्कैन में देख सकते हो कि प्रॉब्लम कहाँ है या क्या चीज मिसिंग है. What more would a CT scan reveal of Tut than the X-ray? And could it answer two of the biggest questions still lingering about him? How did he die and how old was he at the time of his death? तो यहाँ पे जो नरेटर है वो ये कहना चाह रहे हैं, जो स्टोरी के ऑथर है, कि दो चीजें उनके दिमाग में थी. पहला तो ये था कि उसकी डेथ कैसे हुई, हाउ डिड ही डाई, एंड व्हाट वाज द एज व्हेन ही डाइड. तो क्या सीटी स्कैन से ये दोनों चीजें सॉल्व हो सकती हैं? दिस वाज हिज assumption. His demise was a big event even by royal standards. He was the last of his family line and his funeral was the death rattle of a dynasty. Death rattle means जो बैटल चल रहा था इतने सालों से, वो फाइनली किंग टट की डिमाइस मतलब डेथ होता है यहाँ पे, ठीक है. डेथ जो थी उनकी वो एक बहुत बड़ा इवेंट था क्योंकि उसके बाद उनकी डायनेस्टी की एंड था. फिर किंग टट्स की फैमिली ने कि किसी भी पर्सन ने रूल नहीं करा. किंग टट वाज द लास्ट पर्सन ऑफ हिज डायनेस्टी. But the particular of his passing away and its aftermath are unclear. Particular मतलब reason आज भी unclear है कि कैसे डेथ हुई, क्या हुआ. Amenhotep III, Tut's father or grandfather. So यहाँ पे जो Amenhotep III की बात करी गई है, it is not clear कि whether वो उसके father थे या grandfather थे, ठीक है. But उनके procedure से मतलब उनसे पहले उन्होंने रूल करा था. He was a very powerful pharaoh who ruled for almost 4 decades at the height of the 18th dynasty golden age. मतलब किंग टट की जो 18th फैमिली थी उसमें से एक एमनहॉटम थर्ड रूलर बने थे और वो बहुत पावरफुल थे. 4 डिकेड उन्होंने रूल करा था. His son Amenhotep IV succeeded him and initiated one of the strangest period in the history. अब इसके बाद Amenhotep IV आए, but he did something which was very surprising. The new pharaoh promoted the worship of Aten, the sun disk, changed his name to Akhenaten or servant of the Aten. So what he did, he changed the ideology of people. वहां पे लोग जिनको वर्शिप करते थे उनको चेंज कराया गया और वहां पे नाम रखा गया Akhenaten, and moved the religious capital from the old city of Thebes to the new city of Akhenaten, now known as Amarna. And he started changing the name of the city also. He further shocked the country by attacking Amen, a major god, smashing images and closing his temple. So he was against worshipping Amen. Amen is like God, the sun god. So people used to wish, but उसने ये सब चीजें बंद करा दी, उसके idols तोड़वाने शुरू कर दिए, उनकी pictures फाड़नी शुरू कर दी. It must have been a horrific time, said Ray Johnson, director of the University of Chicago's Research Center in Luxor. The site of ancient Thebes, the family that had ruled for centuries, was coming to an end, and that Akhenaten went a little wacky. अब सबको लगने लगा था कि जो ये एमेनहॉटप IV कर रहा था वो उनकी फैमिली के अगेंस्ट था, क्योंकि वो जो रिचुअल फॉलो करते थे, जो कस्टम फॉलो करते थे, उसने सारे चेंज कर दिए और अपनी चीजों को इम्पोज कर दिया. सन गॉड के आइडल्स को तोड़ दिया और बहुत सारा चीजों को चेंज कर रहा था, सिटी के नेम चेंज कर रहा था. एंड देन एवरीबडी थॉट कि अब ये हमारी डायनेस्टी खत्म होने वाली है क्योंकि इस तरीके से लोग जो है इसको नहीं एक्सेप्ट करेंगे. After Akhenaten's death, a mysterious ruler named Smenkhare appeared briefly and exited with hardly a trace. अब ये स्मिनखेरे कोई एक और रूलर था जो एमेनहॉटप IV के बाद आया, एंड ये बहुत ही मिस्टीरियस तरीके से आया और मिस्टीरियस तरीके से चला गया, इसने कोई भी चेंजेस नहीं करे. And then a very young Tutankhaten took the throne. Tutankhaten exactly is Tut. His full name is Tutankhaten. King Tut, as he is widely known today, the boy king soon changed his name to Tutankhamun. पहले इसका नाम टुटनखातन था, बट उसने अपना नाम टुटनखामुन कर दिया क्योंकि इसमें एम बना रहा था. और he was actually a worshipper of God, the living image of Amun, and oversaw a restoration of the old days. ओल्ड तरीकों का उसने रिस्टोरेशन कर दिया, मतलब वापस से उन चीजों को उसने लाइवली ले आया. He reigned for about 9 years and then died unexpectedly. Reigned का मतलब यहाँ होता है रूल, तो 9 years के लिए उसने रूल करा, which is a good time. Regardless of his fame and the speculations about his fate, that is one mummy among many in Egypt. How many? No one knows. The Egyptian Mummy Project, which began in inventory in late 2003, has recorded almost 600 so far and is still counting. अब वो ये कह रहे हैं कि किंग टट इतना ज्यादा फेमस था तो उसके बारे में चलो डिस्कवरी करी गई, लोगों को पता था कि किंग टट इतना पावरफुल रूलर था, इसलिए लोग उसके बारे में जानना चाहते थे. पर अभी लेटेस्ट एक प्रोजेक्ट था इजिप्शियन ममी प्रोजेक्ट जो कि 2003 में स्टार्ट हुआ, जिसमें उन्होंने एक इन्वेंटरी बनाई, एक लिस्ट बनाई. ऐसे 600 और मम्मी थे जिनकी डेथ का कोई रीजन नहीं पता चला और इट इज स्टिल काउंटिंग सिंस 2003. The next phase scanning the mummies with a portable CT machine donated by the National Geographical Society and Siemens its manufacturer. तो अब जो नेक्स्ट फेज आने वाला है, एक पोर्टेबल सीटी स्कैन से इन मम्मी को रखा जाएगा, मतलब इन पोर्टेबल सीटी स्कैन में सारे मम्मीज आएंगे. और ये पोर्टेबल सीटी स्कैन किसने डोनेट करा है नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक सोसाइटी ने, डोनेट करा है मतलब उन्हें गिफ्ट करा है, लेकिन इसके जो ओनर है वो है सीमेन, सीमेन कंपनी ने इसको बनाया है और नेशनल ज्योग्राफिक सोसाइटी ने इसे गिफ्ट करा है आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट को, इजिप्ट के लोगों को, ताकि वो उस पोर्टेबल सिटी मशीन में वो सारी चीजों को रख सके और उनके रीजंस को पता कर सके। किंग टट इज वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट ममीज टू बी स्कैन इन डेथ एज इन लाइफ, मूविंग रीगली अडेप ऑफ हिज कंट्रीमैन। तो जब किंग टट जो था, जब वो जिंदा था तब भी वो वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपोर्टेंट किंग था जिसके बारे में लोग बात करते थे, और अब जब वो मरा है तो वो फर्स्ट किंग होगा जिसकी बॉडी सीटी स्कैन में जाएगी। A CT machine scanned the mummy head to toe, creating 1700 digital X-rays in cross-section. Tut's head scanned in 0.62 millimeter slices to register his intricate structures, takes on airy detail, airy matlab strange, in the resulting image. With Tut's entire body, similarly recorded a team of specialists in radiology, forensics, and anatomy begin to probe the secret that the winged goddesses of a glided burial shrine protected so long. अब ये सारी चीजें आपको सीटी स्कैन की फंक्शनिंग के बारे में बताई गई हैं कि सीटी स्कैन में क्या क्या होता था, किस तरीके से वो चीजों को एनालाइज करते थे। और किंग टट के टोम के बाहर एक गॉडेस की फोटो भी बनी हुई थी, तो ऐसा माना जाता था कि ये गॉडेस जो थी वो किंग टट की बॉडी को प्रोटेक्ट कर रही थी। द नाइट ऑफ द स्कैन वर्कमैन कैरी टट फ्रॉम द टॉप इन हिज बॉक्स। तो रात को एक नाइट के बारे में बताया जा रहा है जब जो वर्कमैन थे टट के, उन्होंने टोम से किंग को निकाला और वो लेने जा रहे थे। लाइक पॉल बेयरर्स, पॉल बेयरर्स मतलब वो होते हैं जो अपने कंधे पे डेड बॉडी को रखते हैं सारे लोग, तो पॉल बेयरर्स थे वो सारे, और वो अपने शोल्डर पे टोम को रख के ले जा रहे थे। एंड अ फ्लाइट ऑफ स्टेयर्स इनटू द swirling sand outside then rose on a hydraulic lift into the trailer that held the scanner। अब वो जब अंदर गए तो वहां पे एक हाइड्रोलिक लिफ्ट थी, वो उस लिफ्ट के अंदर घुसे और ट्रेलर में घूमे। ट्रेलर एक ऐसा रूम है यहाँ पे जहाँ पे सारी स्कैनिंग हो रही है, ठीक है, स्कैनर था। तो आप ऐसा समझ सकते हो कि ट्रेलर एक ऐसी जगह थी जिसके अंदर स्कैनर था, और यहाँ पे टट की बॉडी को स्कैन करना था, बट टट की बॉडी जो थी वो ऑलरेडी टोम में थी। तो यहाँ पे पॉल बेयरर्स जो थे वो इसको लेके गए और वहां पे हाइड्रोलिक शिफ्ट के साथ वो आए। अब क्योंकि 20 minutes later, two men emerged, sprinted out for an office nearby, and returned with a pair of white plastic pans. The $1 million scanner had quit because of sand in a cooler fan. Curse of the Frau, joked the guard nervously. अब जो मशीन थी उसमें कुछ सैंड जो थी वो बहुत ज्यादा घुस गई थी, इसलिए जो हाइड्रोलिक फैंस थे उनको चेंज कराना पड़ा और फिर सिटी स्कैन जो थी वो दोबारा से स्टार्ट हुई। Eventually, the substitute fans worked well enough to finish the procedure. After checking that no data has been lost, the technicians turned Tut over to the workman, who carried him back to his home. Less than 3 hours after he was removed from his coffin, the pharaoh again rested in peace, where the funerary priest had to let him go long ago. ठीक है। अब 3 घंटे तक ये सारा प्रोसीजर हुआ। 3 घंटे बाद जब ये पूरी स्कैनिंग हो गई, पूरी डिटेलिंग लिख ली गई, फिर जो वहां के टेक्नीशियन थे उन्होंने किंग टट को उठाकर कॉफिन में रखा और कॉफिन और टोम को उन दोनों वर्कमैन को फिर से रख दिया, और वर्कमैन ने उसको अंदर उस जगह में फिर से डाल दिया जब बहुत सालों पहले उसको बरी करा गया था। Back in the trailer, a technician pulled up astonishing images of Tut on a computer screen. A grey hat took shape from a scattering of pixels, and the technician spun and tilted in every direction. Neck vertebrate appeared as clearly as an anatomy class. Other images revealed a hand, several view of the rib cage, and transaction of the skull. But now the pressure was off. Sitting back in his chair, Zayeva smiled, visibly relieved that nothing had got seriously wrong. I didn't sleep last night for a second, he said. I was so afraid, but now I'll go and sleep. अब जब ट्रेलर में वो वापस गए तो एक टेक्नीशियन ने सीटी स्कैन की बड़ी ही इंटरेस्टिंग इमेजेस दिखाई, जिसमें उसके नेक वर्टेब्रेट दिख रहा था, उसका स्कल दिख रहा था। मतलब जो भी सीटी स्कैन में चीजें आती हैं तो वहां के लोगों के लिए वो बहुत एस्टॉनिशिंग था कि किस तरीके से सारी चीजों की डिटेलिंग वहां पे दिख पा रही थी। और जो जही हवास थे, जो आई टोल्ड यू इन द स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द चैप्टर, he was the first person who he was a very senior officer who used to take care of the all old ornaments and all old things. So he was very happy कि किंग टट की बॉडी के साथ अब बहुत ज्यादा डिस्टर्बेंसेस नहीं हुए, क्योंकि जो पहले कार्टर था उसने किंग टट की बॉडी को बहुत ज्यादा खराब कर दिया था। एंड इट वाज जहीर हवास रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू इंश्योर कि कोई चेंजेस ना हो। तो जही हवास जो थे उन्होंने जब देखा कि किंग टट का प्रॉपर स्कैनिंग हो चुकी है, he kept the and the body is kept properly, he was very relaxed. By the time we left the trailer, descending metal stairs to the sandy ground, the wind had stopped. The winter air lay cold and still like death itself in the valley of the departed. Just above the entrance to Tud Storm stood Orion. ठीक है। अब यहाँ पे एक ओरियन गॉड माना जाता है जिसे हम कहते हैं गॉड ऑफ लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ। ठीक है, लाइफ आफ्टर डेथ। तो उनका साइन बना हुआ था, द कॉन्स्टलेशन दैट द एंशिएंट इजिप्शियंस न्यू एज द सोल ऑफ ओसिरिस, द गॉड ऑफ द आफ्टरलाइफ वाचिंग ओवर द बॉय किंग। अब जैसे ये लोग ट्रेलर से बाहर निकल रहे थे, इन्होंने देखा कि किंग टट के बाहर एक ओरियन का सिंबल बना हुआ था। ओरियन जो होते हैं वो गॉड होते हैं जो लाइफ आफ्टर लाइफ में हमारा ध्यान रखते हैं। तो ऐसा लोगों का मानना था कि वो सिंबल इसलिए बनाया गया था क्योंकि वो किंग टट को वहां पे ऑब्जर्व कर रहे थे और उसकी केयर कर रहे थे। So this is a very short story and more related to the fact about how King Tut died and what happened and how what discoveries led to what. So I hope this chapter was clear to you. Keep sharing, keep subscribing, and keep liking my videos. Thank you.